Hello, I am Mrs. Aarti Shingari from Kendra Vidyalaya number 1, Ahmednagar. Today we will learn the new lesson, My Elder Brother. The Hindi version of it is Bade Bhai Sahab and it is written by Munshi Premchand. It is from class 5 English NCERT books. In this lesson, you will learn the moral is plan your work and work your plan. This story shows that experience is as important as hard work. There are two brothers. Elder brother, he is called as Bhaiya, and younger brother is Munna. Bhaiya is 14 years old and Munna is 9 years old. The hobbies of both the brothers are very different. Hobbies of elder brother are studying and only studying. He doesn't have any other work. Study, study, study. And making foundation strong. And Munna, his hobbies are totally different. What all hobbies he has? Run to the fields, play marbles, fly paper kites, sit idling away. Idling away means without any purpose. Just kill the time. Love green fields, the gentle breeze. Jump like a football. Loves to play kabaddi, hutututu. And loves to play gulli danda. That is, they play with one stick. Now here we have seen the hobbies are totally different. And both these boys, they are living in the hostel. And elder brother, he is looking after his younger brother. And he always gets annoyed when the younger brother, when Munna is playing. He wants him also to study. So he makes a timetable for him in which there is no period of games. So Munna gets annoyed by seeing the timetable. But Bade Bhaiya, he says that you have to study. I am repeating the class, but I am making my foundation strong. Likewise, you also have to study. But Munna gets passed every year and he passes also with good marks. Only thing is, he is very sharp, very intelligent. Once he reads means it gets fixed into his brain. But he cannot say this to his elder brother. He respects his elder brother. But in the end, Munna comes to know that I am intelligent, I am wise, but my brother's experience is more important. He knows many more things than me. So you will read the story, you will find it more interesting. Children have the habit of reading. Read the books, read the stories. Now we will come to new words. Foundation, solid base. He wants to make the base strong. Schedule, timetable. Essay, composition on any subject. Idling means I told you before also without any purpose, just lazy. Mastered, gained expertise, skilled. Now question answers. What are the things that Munna liked to do? Munna liked to play marbles, fly kites, play volleyball, kabaddi, and drawing pictures of animals and birds. See these pictures, what all he liked. What did Bhaiya do all day? Bhaiya read. Bhaiya read books all day. See children, read and read. Spelling is same, but sometimes you have to use it as read. That is present tense. and sometimes as read when it is past tense. We know all the answers are always written in past tense. So here we will pronounce it as read. Bhaiya read books all day. See how he is reading the books. Why was Munna not happy with the timetable that Bhaiya made for him? Munna was not happy with the timetable because there was no time to play in it. How do you think Munna felt when his brother was strict with him? Why was Bhaiya strict with him? Munna was sad and began to cry when Bhaiya was strict with him. Bhaiya was strict with him because it was his duty to take care. I told you they both lived in hostel. So it was his duty to take care that Munna would not waste his time. He wanted Munna to study hard. Whose character do you like most, Munna or Bhaiya's? Why? Here I have given one answer, children, but it is your choice. You can write of your own opinion. You are free to give your own opinion. I like Bhaiya's character more than Munna's. It appears that Bhaiya was a bookworm, but still he did not pass his classes. But in fact, Bhaiya had more qualities than Munna. He felt that Munna was his responsibility. He was strict with Munna because he loved him. He was not good at studies, but he had more experience. So you can write. It is your wish. If you want to write, Munna was good, you can write. It is your choice, children. Everybody has his own opinion and he is free to share his opinion, to share his thinking. Complete the following sentences by using the correct form of teach or learn. Will you dash me chess? Will you teach me chess? Mr. Sharma dash class 8. Mr. Sharma teaches class 8. The students have dashed about road safety. Learned. See children, learned and learnt both are past tense. You can use any one of these. Learned, it is also correct. Learnt is also correct. See here. So he learned safety from the teacher. My sister has dashed me how to ride a horse. My sister has taught me. Now this is past tense. So my sister has taught me to how to ride a horse. I have dashed some of the customs of India. I have learned some of the customs of India. I dash how to ride a bicycle when I was just 4 years old. I learned and learned. You can use any children. How to ride a cycle when I was just 4 years old. Now there is one comprehension after this lesson. Oliver was a 9-year-old boy. He lived with other homeless boys in an orphanage. He was pale and thin, as were the other boys. This was because they had to work hard, but were never given enough to eat. The owner of the orphanage, Mr. Bumble, was a cruel man and ill-treated the boys. The boys were always hungry. It was true that they were given 3 meals a day, but each meal was considered only a bowl of watery soup. They were almost starving. Starving means they were every time they were hungry. They were not given proper food. So it was decided by them to ask the master for more soup. But who would bell the cat? That means who will go and ask Mr. Bumble? Finally, the task fell to Oliver. When all the boys had assembled in the old stone hall for their evening meal, the soup was served. It soon disappeared. The boys whispered to one another and one boy pushed Oliver a little. Oliver, making a brave effort, stood up, walked up to the master with his bowl and spoon in his hand, and said tremblingly, "Please, sir, I want some more." See, children, from here you can understand that how lucky you are. You are getting everything in this world. Your parents are giving every opportunity, everything, whatever you want. So we should remember this. And the only thing which is expected from us is to study. So please, children, you work hard, study hard, get good marks, and please make your future, make your career. Now, we read the passage. Now we will do the question answers. Why did Oliver live in an orphanage? Why? Because they were all homeless boys, because the children who don't have parents, they have to live in an orphanage. He was a homeless boy. Who was Mr. Bumble? Mr. Bumble was the owner of the orphanage. What meal were the boys given? The boys were only given the watery soup. What did Oliver say to Mr. Bumble? Oliver said to Mr. Bumble, "Please, sir, I want some more." On this passage only, there are some few more questions. The boys were given 3 meals a day. Then why were the boys hungry? Because the soup they were given was never enough. Because they worked very hard all day long. Because the older boys drank up the soup. So the correct answer is because the soup they were given was never enough. It was a watery soup, and that too very less. Find the words from the passage which means the same as very hungry. Very hungry means starving. To vanish, vanish means disappeared, which is not to be seen again. All the boys assembled in the cold stone hall. Here the word assembled means moved away, collected, work together. The first correct answer is collected. The assemble means to collect. You also come together on the assembly ground. There you assemble together. So that is why it is known as assembly ground. Collected. From the word assembled, remove the last two letters. Last two letters are ED. Add one letter. So what will be the word? It will be the assembly. Here you can see the assembly. Now we have to change these words into noun forms. Examine, examination. Educate, education. Punctual, punctuality. Wise, wisdom. Responsible, responsibility. So learn these noun forms, children. Noun forms, and this examine, educate, these are verb forms. So from the verb forms, we made the noun forms. Now here is a letter. In this lesson, we are learning how to write the letters. So on the top, on the left hand side, we are always writing writer's address. One who is writing, you have to write that. Then date, date is very important. And then greeting, you have to greet. Whoever you are writing, just greet. So first, remember, you have to write writer's address, then date, and then greeting. And then in every letter, these letters are informal letters. Informal letters means when you are writing to your friends, to your parents, to your relatives, uncles, aunts, then you are writing informal letter, means which is not formal. You can write anything, whatever you like. That is informal letter. Then introduction. Introduction is very important. And then the main body means whatever actually what you have to write. What is there in your mind? for what you are writing the letter. And then ending part, you have to write greetings. Greetings you can write to your parents, to your sister, brother. If you're writing letter to parents, then you can ask about your brother, sister, about your siblings, about your relatives. And then the closing. Closing means whenever you are writing in the end, you have to give your relation, like your loving son. Here he has written your loving son because he has written to his mother letter. Same way you can write your friend, your son, your friend, your brother, your sister, and then you can write your name. So that is the closing. So main 6 points. Once again, I repeat: writer's address, date, greetings, then introduction, then body, ending, and closing. These are the different parts of the informal letter. Now here there are some words, noun forms, naming words. For these naming words, you have to use some adjectives or describing words. Dash letters, long letters, very long letters. Dash kites. Kites are always colorful. Dash efforts, hard efforts. Whatever efforts you're putting in for studies, so those efforts are very hard. You have to put in. Then only you'll get good results. Dash foundation. Bhaiya was making his foundation very strong. Dash fields. Fields are always green. Dash breeze. Gentle breeze. Cool breeze. Here we have to give the opposites. Hard, soft. Strong, weak. Successful, unsuccessful. Bright, dark. Wrong, right, or correct. So children, we have completed this lesson. I hope you have enjoyed the lesson. So for more videos, please like, share and subscribe my channel.